Hello, we're working on section 1.2 functions. Let's look at the first two problems, problem 1 and problem 2. Determine if the relation represents a function. Look at part A. We're talking about age and the average daily weight gain. 2, 9, 16, and 23 are the months. That's the input, the age. And then the output corresponds to the weight in grams. You can see those values here. When trying to determine if this relation is a function, you first think about repeated x's. Are there repeated inputs? 2, 9, 16, 23. No repeated inputs. Is this a function? Yes, it is. Part B, let's look at the inputs. We have letters for inputs and numbers for outputs. A, B, D, G, H. All different letters. Are there any repeated? No. So this is a function. It's okay if A and B go to 2. That's all right, as long as we don't repeat A, and go to different outputs. Okay, so the main idea is there a repeated input? Let's look at C. 2, 3, 4. Is there a repeated input? Yes, there is. 2 goes to A and 2 goes to B. That's a repeated input, so the answer is no, this is not a function. You can also see that 4 is a repeated input. 4 goes to G and 4 also goes to H. I have a repeated input going to different outputs. A function means that for every input, there's exactly one output. But here I see that 2 is going to A and B, and 4 is going to G and H. So that is not a function. Let's take a look at problem number 2. Identify as a relation or a function. Anytime you have ordered pairs with an input and an output, that's a relation. All of these are relations. Which one would be a specific kind of relation called a function? How do I figure that out again? Repeated inputs. Do I have one? Let's find out. Notice that 3, 9, and 12 are the inputs. None of them repeat. So this is a function. On B, 0, -1, -1. Oops, -1 repeats. Let's check and see if it goes to the exact same output. -1, the output is 2. -1, the output is 3. Different outputs. This is only a relation. It's not that special kind of relation called a function. Let's look at C. -3, 4, 3. All different outputs? Yes, this is a function. D. The inputs are -2, 0, 2. All different inputs? Yes, this is a function. Now, can you state the domain and the range? The domain are the input values. So the first value in each ordered pair, or looking in the chart, the x values. So you just list them in order from left to right. 3, 9, 12. So 3, 9, 12. 0, -1, -1. So you would list -1, 0. Remember, the math nerds love order. So just follow that number line from left to right when listing your domain and range. Look, there are 2 -1s. Do I need to write it twice? No, you don't. Then look at C, -3, 4, 3. So we would write -3, 3, 4, writing them in order. And the last one, we would write -2, 0, 2. Now let's talk about the range. The range is the second value or the output. And again, we would like to write them in order from left to right. 5, 8, 10. 3, 2, 3. So we'll just write 2, 3. We don't need to repeat. If we have 2 3s, we can just write it one time. 1, 2, 2. So we would just write 1, 2. And again on D, 4, 0, 4. So we would just write 0, 4. I hope that helps you figure out how to define and recognize a function. Thank you.